All right, and welcome. This is Doane Overwatch Orange today. I'm Davis, and next to me I have
Todd, I play Rocket League.
this is the Tater,
The
the one
Tater.
and only. He's the best gold player I know. So I don't know about
Currently.
you guys, but today we're gonna be watching some Doane Overwatch. How much do you know about Overwatch, Todd?
I know it's entertaining. I know there's DPS support and tank. Other than that, not anything interesting.
All right, and it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, South. Yeah, the opponents were, I believe it could have been Doane. It was going to be starting on AP, otherwise known as Antarctic Peninsula, and gonna be honest, Antarctic is one of those maps where it has so many different comps you can play. It really just depends on which one you start with.
I think I've seen you guys play this map a couple times. I think it's really entertaining.
This one, I'm not entirely. I mean, I know like Doane Black, we don't try to play this map because this map is not like our greatest, but
Yeah, I'm
um,
not. I don't really know what the maps are and like what they do. So what does control mean? Is that just like
so
point based, right? Like
yeah,
trying to capture the points.
so yeah, control is in simple terms like King of the Hill,
Okay.
otherwise known as Koth. Um, so basically it's just first to 100%, and then that's gonna be the person who takes over that map. So
Yeah, it isn't there three maps for
yeah, there's
control?
three maps in case of a 1-to-1 scores
Yeah.
to two.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, and I mean it should be interesting. Definitely not as there's a lot that goes into Overwatch. Not nearly as like mechanically named as a Rocket League,
Yeah,
but
I feel like it's a lot more like game sense though, like how you position yourself
oh yeah,
between the others.
there's a lot that goes into playing this game.
Because I noticed how you guys play your DPS. That's correct. Like go for picks on the other
Yeah,
team.
yeah. I know if you guys if you watch Sam at all, like Mule, on Doane Black. I mean, actually, most our DPS lines are pretty solid. More pretty solid.
Yeah.
Um, they are very good about like taking off angles, is what we call them. So basically, like the main, it's like you have two calls. You have off angles and main. So main is like where the tank is and everybody else on the enemy team is or your team is. And then off angle is going to be somebody who goes off to like the right or the left and just starts poking at the enemy team's backline.
Okay. Okay. Is that aren't your DPSs Sam and Raph?
Yes.
Okay.
Sam and Raph are the DPS
Because
for
you and
Doane
Maddie
Black.
are support, and then
Yep.
Jamie's tank. Okay.
Yep. But it looks like we should be starting here soon, and so, I'm kind of intrigued. You don't know all that much about Overwatch, but what do you think? Like, this team is very like Doane Orange, I should say, is very notorious for running brawl comps, which are very like high burst damage based.
Okay.
So it's gonna be interesting to see what they rock out on. I mean, it's gonna be an interesting start, and I think we're just waiting on. I think we're actually just waiting on SWOSU. So
Swosu, you can say.
yeah. Um. Okay, actually, we haven't even done band phase, so
So we're
it'll be
copper. No.
That's the joke. There's no copper.
Yeah, it's like was it bronze, silver, gold,
Yeah, bronze, silver, gold,
diamond?
plat, diamond.
Is it plat? Okay.
Yeah, plat, diamond. And then you have champ. We have masters and grandmaster.
Yeah, we have champ, grand champ, and then SSL.
Yeah, and then we have champ as our highest league, as our highest rank, not league.
Yeah, we have SSL, and then you have the semi pros, and then you have the pros.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a
yeah.
big skill gap between them. It's kind of crazy. Because isn't
Why
that
are they
like
talking about Qdoba now?
interesting?
Match chat is one of the
No,
most.
don't you? I think Sam told me this last year. Don't you guys? Isn't your like pro level? It's not like top 500. Isn't that
Yeah.
what that's technically known as? Okay.
Yeah, so like some of the best players who play this game are going to be the people who are in champ now. A lot of our champ players are going to be those ones who are like really good at the game. They tend to be ex pros, or if they are still in the game, they are current pros. So
Okay. Okay.
it's but there's not like the biggest like skill gap. Like there's plenty of Twitch streamers who have gone up against like ex Overwatch League players, otherwise known as OWL players, or current OWL players, and they can still win those games.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
There's not you can't like make the skill gap as high as it is in Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League's very. It doesn't even have a skill ceiling yet. Like everything's still getting discovered. It's kind
Yeah.
of crazy. It's been out for 8 years.
Why are they still talking about like Chipotle and Qdoba?
Chipotle.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm just so confused
So
at this point.
essentially. Oh, is this just their names?
Yeah.
Oh, and then what they play
Yep.
typically.
Yep.
Okay.
there's like 2 people on here who don't fluctuate. So
Okay.
for those of you who are not familiar with our Doane Orange team, they are a pretty flexible team, if I'm being honest. There's really only 2 people who don't switch that much, but otherwise they're a pretty flexible team. Like Guardian, he tends to play DPS support, and then Guardian was one of them, and then actually he's the big one who switches around. Otherwise, there's not too many swaps. Otherwise, it's just swaps between who goes off of what role. Creeper Sweeper actually made it up to gold 1 today.
What a guy. He's ranking up. He's like me. He's trying to get out, trying to
Yeah.
get from being hard stuck silver.
Yeah, hard stuck, right?
Yeah.
Dude, okay, I think we're good. I think we're going on with the band phase, but now they're still talking. Why? Why? I'm so confused.
Excuse my friend. He's having issues over there.
Don't mind me.
So
Okay, so never mind. They have done bans. It's literally just them picking. All right.
yeah, and they picked Samoa. It looks like.
Yeah. So I was wrong. They're gonna go Samoa today.
So what kind of play styles, if you can simplify it, like would benefit on this map for like our orange team here?
For Doane Orange, I would not be surprised to see them walk out on the Reinhardt.
And can you explain that to me?
Reinhardt is basically a big guy with a hammer, a big German guy with a hammer and a shield.
Okay.
He's considered he's like the brawl tank.
Okay.
And
so,
we will be going in finally. No more talk about Qdoba and Chipotle.
So you will maybe see our Doane Orange team do Reinhardt, and maybe the supports just keep him alive, and then the DPS come out from behind the other team, just try and get some burst damage on them.
I actually might be wrong here.
Really?
Doane Orange might be rocking out on the Winston. Winston is a dive tank, so that means that he looks for the enemy support line over anybody else.
Okay, so he's trying to pick those guys off. Okay.
And then he'll slowly walk down the team, as in supports DPS tank, or the tank might come before the DPS sometimes.
Okay.
But we will just see what goes on. I mean, to be fair, there could be a lot of difference from what we saw in the pregame.
Yes, there could be.
But I was not wrong. They are going to be running the Winston. Actually, this is going to be a pretty good matchup for Doane Orange. Doane Orange is playing into a horse, which that is Arissa. We just call her horse. You'll find out.
Is it because she rides a horse?
It is not.
Or is it because she is a horse?
I'm just gonna let you find that one out.
Okay.
It's not super. You'll see it, and then you'll be like, okay, that makes sense.
I'll try.
Yeah.
Which one's that one?
Horse is gonna be that one, the one in the middle. False
Okay.
Savior is their
Okay.
tank player.
Okay.
But pretty basic dive comp here. So we have Sombra, Winston, Kiri, Juno, and Reaper. Reaper's going on the off angle, looking for some backline
Picks, yes.
damage.
I see that.
And then finding an early fight on point. Reaper getting slept already though, which is actually very horrifying as a Reaper player. Actually Reaper went down, so they're actually down to DPS right now, and playing Winston into Reaper is not going to be fun for TJ.
Yeah, I'm assuming the Reaper dying that early on is not very good.
Yeah. Having one of the DPS die is not a good way to start a match. But so they're just gonna do a quick reset here, make sure everybody gets out. Trying not to stagger here. Staggering is a
that's the easy way to get picked.
Yeah.
You want to try and stay together. I can understand that. I played Overwatch like once in my life.
Yeah. And the senior freshman grudge match, right?
Indeed, I did.
Yeah. They did switch off of the Reaper onto the Symmetra though. I do like that pick a lot, especially under the horse. Looking for a dive on the Ana. Did not get there in time, but they will. Chance does get low, but gets saved by Allen. Goes down to the horse. They still are. This fight is still extremely winnable. There goes the Soj. This fight has turned into the favor of Doane Orange.
Is Soj a support for the other team?
Soj is a DPS character.
Is it DPS? Okay.
Allen is in a little bit deep with the Winston right now.
Yeah.
And it looks like this one is gonna go to Southwest. They did invest the Juno ult though, and then TJ invested Primal, using that for that health reset. But this fight is looking pretty winnable. Oh,
yeah, they got 3 on the tank.
Juno does go down. Horse is low, but she does not, and then Winston doesn't have any support. So this one will probably end up going to Southwest. If I'm not mistaken,
it looks like it will.
TJ has to get out.
They got to try and reset to get TJ back up to health and everybody else.
And they invested the wall as well. Not exactly sure of that play, but
Yeah, and there goes Guardian down from
Yeah,
their tank as well.
from from Southwest, they have 4 ults on the board here. Doane only having 3.
Yeah.
This is going to be a hard fight to go into. Southwest has been playing a very stable game. I mean, that is going to be a very hard pick to get back from. Going down a support this early on makes it very hard for your Winston here. Kiri does go in with him. Guardian goes down, losing a DPS, but they did trade for a support, and there goes the other support. Chance goes down.
Yeah, it seems like Sosu wins that first match.
Yeah, Southwest will win that first one. Winston goes down, and that's round 1.
So what do you think overall went wrong in that first match?
Honestly, I think a lot of that was, it kind of came down to not having enough pressure to the back. And I mean, Sombra did get changed pretty recently, so it's kind of harder for her to maintain that stealth aspect to her kit. But we will see a comp switch up from Doane Orange, switching over to Sigma now, trying to play a more poke style, trying to mirror kind of how they're playing.
So explain to me what poke style is. Do they just get in?
So poke is a lot of holding space and maintaining it.
Oh, so Southwest is holding that one angle
they
from
were
their
holding
spawn.
that first area. Yeah, that's a lot of what they're trying to do here.
Okay.
So, we'll see how this goes for Doane Orange. Hopefully a lot better. They did switch to Zen Kiri heals, which is very intriguing to me actually. Not sure how to feel about that support line, but we'll see how it goes. If it works for him, it'll work.
I mean, yeah.
May having a wall early really does allow for that that allows for TJ to take that space. Discord is really good for Horse too, so I guess I do understand. But there goes Fizzy Elf, otherwise Zen.
Yeah, it seems like.
But Horse does go down in return, so not a bad fight at all. TJ getting extremely low, using that eat to get some overhealth. Chance will go down as well, and they will have to wait for Chance to come back.
Yeah, but they got the point pretty.
They do have
pretty
the point,
fast.
And right now they're just trying to hold that space now.
Yeah, they got 2 angles to worry about.
Looking like Southwest is gonna go take the right angle, not left. As Reaper goes over there, and I mean, not looking too bad for Doane right now. They're just holding that space.
Yeah, they're holding the space that they're coming from.
Yeah,
it looks
using the wall defensively instead of offensively. I don't hate that at all. Reaper does use Wraith, which is a vital cooldown for him, and I mean, that wall, I agree with it. It just kind of keeps Southwest away. Chance does have the Riptire now. Riptire having a lot of pick potential, especially into their comp. They do invest the Juno ult. Chance goes down. Not having that Riptire, and there goes Allen. Not having that Riptire is going to cause a lot of problems here. Just trying to help his team. TJ's just going to die on.
Man, TJ goes down. But they got, 55%.
56% is pretty good for first ult. And I mean, as long as they can take it back, it's not too big of a deal. Although Southwest is sitting on 3 ults, but so is Doane. Doane is actually at 4 ults, so we'll see what they can accomplish here. TJ probably gonna look to flux early here, maybe try to find a pick on somebody, but we'll see what happens. They do have a lot of shutdown for his ult, and Allen goes down pretty early. There goes out the Riptire. Riptire does not find anybody. They do trade for their Ana, the Southwest's Ana though. This fight is winnable, there goes Horse. Yeah. I mean, this fight should be one for Doane.
Yeah, they got it.
That's going to be point return. Maybe try to find a stagger on that Soj, but I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah,
only having to invest 1 ult is a very good way to win that fight. Still sitting on 4 ults here. I mean, couldn't look much better for Doane Orange.
Yeah, and looking back at that fight, even from my perspective, they just got the picks pretty early. They got, I don't know if it was a support or DPS first, but they got
the Ana is a support.
Is a support. They got that, and then they got the Horse down, which was pretty big for them.
Yeah. Not having a tank is a very hard way to play the game.
Well, not having an extra support is also a hard way, I bet.
I mean, with their support line, it's pretty easy to live with only 1 support because both Juno and Ana offer so much healing. But it does make it a lot harder due to the fact that they don't have one of their ults. And there goes Ana again. They did invest Trans and Blizzard there.
Horse goes
down. Reaper went down.
And
that's going to be a clean fight for Doane Orange. I mean, that was overall a lot better than the first round.
Fun fact: I played Horse when I played. Ali recognized it from the ult.
Yeah. Her ult doesn't find much value. I'm gonna be honest. It's a lot of the times it's used to save themselves. But going on to the last point of Samoa here, I don't think Doane Orange is gonna change anything. but it does look like that Southwest is changing to the Ashe and the Zarya. Probably just going to try to take a lot of the space that TJ is going to try to hold here, but we'll see how much they can accomplish. Ben will also match the Ashe here, so we'll see how these games go, because Ashe is one of those characters that it's very easy to get diffed on.
So what does that mean?
Ashe is a hit scan hero, so that means she has good range and her shots hit instantly.
Okay.
So, but it looks like the Ashe will not be kept. It'll be switched over to Cass. A little bit higher, closer range DPS. So.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah. Ashe holds a lot more range than Cass can, but
yeah.
Honestly, I don't think it'll be too big of a deal. I think TJ's just gonna try to poke out their Ashe here. Guardian's getting low, goes down. It looks like Allen goes down next.
Their Reaper's about to
Juno
go down.
went down.
It looks like Reaper got slept.
Reaper being 1 health, and there's the trade. So they are only down 1 right now.
Yeah.
But there goes Fizzy Elf. Not having supports is going to make this fight really hard for TJ. I think
especially.
he's just going to try to back out here.
Yeah.
Yep, and he
especially
does go out.
With the horse having a support on him.
Oh, that is not horse anymore. It's Zarya.
Oh, is it? My bad.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, overall, not a terrible first fight. It just came down that the DPS did not get the support they need. So, but next fight's already engaged.
Yeah, TJ's focusing over here on the supports and DPSs, it seems like.
Ben just holding Cash just holding across. They are gonna go point, make them drop down for it, and get some heals. I don't disagree with that take at all. But Cass will go down, having 3 antied right now. It looks like Zarya's gonna walk onto our Juno. Juno goes down, and it looks like Chance is getting low, and he might not get this. Oh, but they do go. Reaper does go down for Southwest, and down goes Zen. That's probably going to end this fight. They're going to look for a quick regroup. TJ will go down on the way out.
Seems like Southwest has some really good holds right here. They're spacing like nice and evenly.
Yeah.
The supports are staying close enough to the tanks, but far enough away to not, get picked.
Yeah. I think right now what needs to happen is I think we need to see a switch from TJ. I think he's kind of forcing into a matchup he shouldn't be forcing.
What do you think he should switch to?
Honestly, he should probably he has his comfort pick is Reinhardt, and I think right here, this is like the perfect time to play Reinhardt. Ben does switch over to Reaper, maybe trying to help get some more sustain. Doesn't find anybody with the Flux. TJ will go down.
Yeah, maybe now he can try and go Reinhardt, try and get a quick touch on
I don't know if they're going to have time for it.
Maybe.
I mean, actually, they will. They have time. I definitely think Ben's probably going to get staggered here. And Ben does get staggered.
Did TJ switch to Reinhardt?
TJ did switch to Reinhardt, and they also switched over to BAP instead of Juno.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of time, and what I'm thinking is they might have to trans the touch.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're gonna have to play very quickly here. And they did invest the grab. There's the Juno ult and the trans. Don't agree with that. I agree with that trans.
There's a touch.
100%. They do have touch. Zen goes down. Tyre's invested as well. Tyre does not find anybody. And
TJ goes
that
down.
Blossom is gonna clean up. I mean, Doane Orange played that pretty well. I just think Southwest played a little bit better.
Do you think Doane Orange should switch up sooner after maybe the first time?
I do think so. I think after that first or second fight, they should have swapped it up. I think they kept trying to force the Sig into Zarya. But overall, well played by both teams. I think this is going to be a better matchup than what I thought it would be.
Yeah, it seems pretty even overall. I mean, it obviously depends on the map, so I'm assuming Southwest is really comfortable on Samoa, as they held their ground really well on it both times.
Yeah, they that's kind of how it tends to be. Is you will just pick maps that you're comfortable on with your team, and I mean that does work out. And if I had to guess, they're probably gonna Doane Orange is probably gonna go hybrid here and probably gonna go King's Row.
So what is hybrid? What is?
So hybrid is the first part of control. So it's taking the objective and then you have to push the payload, which is the payload is like a movable cart.
Okay.
So in to put into like Rocket League terms, it's you're taking the ball from the start of the map to the end of the map.
Okay, I understand that. Oh yeah, okay. I think I know what this is.
Yeah, you'll probably recognize it once you see it.
Yeah, because I try and watch you guys when you guys play.
Yeah. One of our greatest supporters is right next to me, actually. He watches us pretty much every time we play.
I try to. Usually it's me, Shoopy, and A-Man from Rocket League. We'll all just kind of have our little watch party in one of these classrooms.
Yeah,
You saw us up in the classroom above one day.
I did. I did. That was the match we actually reverse swept. Doane Black.
That is true. You did reverse sweep it. Oh, face cams.
Oh yes.
I was like, what is he doing? Our producer is attempting to put on some face cams for the
Face
players.
cams were on for a little bit earlier.
Were they?
Yeah.
I wasn't looking over there.
They actually covered up my face, which was fine.
I was kind of just looking at this.
Yeah. Looks like there's only 3 on right now.
So, what map do you think? Is it Doane's pick for map?
It is. It will be Doane's pick. So first, Southwest will get to ban a map, and then
Of course.
Doane Orange will get to pick a map.
Okay.
So,
What map does Doane Orange usually pick?
for this scenario, they're probably gonna try to pick King's Row here. Just put TJ on his comfort pick of Reinhardt. Because right now that's looking like it's gonna be their best. The false savior seems to have TJ kind of figured out right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he has all the answers for TJ's plays. So
Yeah. What supports do you think work best with TJ's Reinhardt?
Supports that are going to work best here are probably going to be I would not be surprised if I saw Juno Bap or Juno Ana here.
And then as far as DPS go, does it really matter?
They'll probably play they do ban King's Row. That's going to be a scary pick for it's going to be something that they're going to have to think about Doane Orange now.
Yeah. What other map do you think they're most comfortable with here?
They might go Eichenwald. Eichenwald is so the first point.
Excuse him again. He's lost it.
Yeah, I don't know how Doane Orange is going to respond to this. I'm going to be honest with you.
So how would you personally what would the black team do here if they banned whatever your top pick for map was? Yeah.
Honestly, Doane. I think we would probably try to think about another map that would work into the comp, and I mean, for the comp that they're probably trying to run, I'm not sure what they're gonna do actually.
So for like you guys, what do you guys normally run?
For hybrid, we really don't actually have that big of like an opinion. We kind of just pick a map and go with it. Like we don't have one map that we really prefer. We've been playing Eichenwald a bit. It's just kind of whatever we do. We don't really have like a big preference because Jamie's pretty flexible, and I mean so is TJ. It's just he has to be able to build a comp around his team
Yeah.
too. So
I noticed Jamie plays Junker Queen. Is that her name?
yes.
He plays her a lot, and he's like really good on her.
Yeah.
Perso.
I'm interested by the pick. Doane Orange did pick Periso, so we will see how this works out. Not a very good brawl map, so I think TJ's looking to play some dive here.
So what is a dive? Do they just straight dive into every?
Yeah, pretty much. You just look for a pick onto the back line, so like the supports of it.
Okay. So tank holds tank, and then you just wait for the DPS to try and get a pick on. Back line.
No, actually. So, in dive, the tank is going to probably look to engage the fight.
Okay.
So your tank is going to be like Winston or Diva, and what they're going to do is jump onto the back, like the support line of the enemy team, and try to find a pick onto them, and then like work their way down the list.
So it'll be like supports, DPS, then tank.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense.
Just about in that order. And if I had to be honest, I think TJ might pull out the Diva here over the Winston.
Do you think TJ plays a pretty good diva?
Yes. TJ is pretty solid on pretty much every tank. There's 3 tanks that he does not play, but I will not say it. So I can't give away all of his secrets on stream.
That's understandable. You know, I've seen Jamie play diva once or twice. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
From what I saw.
Diva is pretty solid right now. So, I mean, even after she got nerfed a little bit ago, but she's still really solid. She's never really like a bad pick.
Yeah, it seems like from what I hear from you guys, Blizzard makes changes to the characters pretty often. Is it
they try to have 2 updates a season. So they have one at the start of the season, and they have a mid-season update. Or
so
a mid-season
how long
patch.
is like a season?
Season as of now is like 60-ish days, so about 2 months.
2 months? Yeah, Rocket League seasons are like 3.5, 4 months.
Yeah, they used to be like 3 months.
Yeah, but you know, with Rocket League, it's not really like seasons. It's just like trying to get your rank up. There's nothing like changing through the game, which is all right.
Yeah.
Because all it is you know, mechanical skill ceiling and game sense.
Yeah. I'm interested though. TJ is going back to the monkey over the over like the diva
Mr.
here.
Winston.
And yeah, that's kind of funny. We have a Rocket League player named Winston.
We do. Winning 18.
That's actually the Doane Orange, or is that Doane Black of Rocket League?
I don't know. I think they're the black team.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't matter. It's just teams.
Teams.
But kind of intrigued. Not gonna have a lot of follow up here for TJ. I mean, he doesn't really have anybody to follow up this dive. I mean, it's gonna be an interesting interesting fight for them.
Yeah, it seems like Southwest is already going.
And there goes Juno. Will go down early.
That's very early.
That's pretty rough for the first engage. They cannot afford to lose BAP here. I mean, BAP is right now their only support, and I mean he does invest the E-more to keep TJ up. TJ does keep going back in though.
It seems like TJ's accidentally. I don't know if he's accidentally or doing it on purpose.
No, I mean
he's focusing on the tank a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes in these matchups you do try to do that a bit, but it looks like he did drop again. I'm intrigued. BAP will go down here, but it looks like they trade for
That's a really
Ash.
smart play from TJ. He noticed that the tank was separated from
yeah, I mean,
the
just putting
supports
that
and
bubble down,
DPSs, yeah.
and okay, so Ash is down, and BAP will be back sooner than Ash will. So right now they are up a person, and it looks like Soj went right into Chance on the Junkrat. So they're down 2, and it looks like TJ's on the Juno hunting her.
TJ is in the back line
TJ
right
does
now.
find the Juno. He might look for the Ana next, or he's going to look for the Ashe. He still does have support right now. He will go on the Ashe. Oh, he does get slept first, though. And now he's burning. Not looking too good for his health bar right now.
TJ might go down here.
He might, but he's not close to Primal, actually. He does go down.
He does indeed.
Doane Orange will have to get out here. Not having that tank is going to be pretty vital. Southwest having 2 ults here, but Doane Orange also has 2 ults, and they do have that Juno ult way earlier than Southwest will. Probably going to look to engage with that Juno ult here. Right now, Juno is like one of the strongest in the game. It provides a lot of healing and a very high damage output.
Okay.
And tank Horse does go down for Southwest, so now they need to take advantage of the fact that they have all the space without the tank.
Yeah.
TJ cannot afford. Ooh, and TJ goes down. They do invest the Juno ult, then the Nano's invested. Juno goes down. Dragon's invested. Chance goes down too. Allen's gonna be next, it looks like. They are on point, though. Theirs not getting contested. And that looks like it'll be a lost fight for Doane Orange.
Yeah, Doane has 3 ults coming up into this next fight about.
Yep.
So.
So.
But Southwest has about 4.
Yeah.
It'll be close.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really well-invested Nano from Southwest. That Nano giving that damage reduction and that damage boost was really vital.
And I think also what happened, TJ kind of pushed a little bit further ahead from his supports.
I mean, TJ almost finding the pick on the Soj. Although the Horse is still on his back line, and she is like half health. She has a lot of health to work with here. And they do invest the Juno ult. Horse ults as well. Everybody will get out of that. Nobody goes down to Horse ult. But TJ finds a pick on Ana, and then both supports are down right now.
Yeah,
this fight should be won for Doane Orange.
Yeah, it's basically
that
won.
Bob. And the window was invested too. And he instantly ran away from the window. Not sure why, but they will cap point here. Southwest will have an answer though.
Yeah.
They do have the overclock here.
Southwest held that really nice for the 3 minutes. That
I mean,
had to hold
it looks like Horse is gonna go down early here.
Yeah.
Horse does go down. Overclock is invested, trying to find a pick. They lose the overclock, and they will cap point. Very well done. They do switch over to Tracer from the Ashe. Yep, Tracer knew she was too deep, so she just decided to die.
Yeah, and I know Sam plays Tracer, and Tracer's really annoying to play because she moves very quickly. She can. Yeah. I think it's dashing.
Yeah, it's called the blink.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. But the one annoying thing that will be for this, they are already off the Tracer. They are back on Ashe already. I think they went Tracer just a touch. Allen or TJ holding high. Allen trying to help him, but it's looking like they're just gonna try to hold here, and then TJ going in for a dive. And I mean, he's just gonna play back here, make sure he doesn't die. And I mean, so far, just holding a lot of space, not preventing Southwest to move forward. And I mean, that's kind of how you play these comps out. Chance is low though. He's just waiting for some heals.
Yep, and
he does
TJ's
jump
on the
back
back line again. That's really.
Juno ult's invested from Doane.
Their horse is
goes
really
down,
low.
And Dragons
Their
is
horse is about to go
too.
down. It seems like. Almost.
It looked like Horse will not go down, and Nano's invested. She is gonna try to build that ult here.
Yeah, I was looking at the horse's health, and it was about
Yeah,
one.
and there she
There's
goes.
horse,
Actually,
yeah.
I mean that Nano was tried to use to save the horse, so I don't disagree with that Nano at all. Horse unfortunately didn't build her ult out of it, so she couldn't sustain a little bit longer. But she does have it for this next fight coming up. They do switch off the Soj onto the Reaper, and
Southwest has 2. We've got 2 ults. So
yeah, I mean, actually, we're coming up on 3.
About 3, yeah.
BAP will build that ult pretty quickly. They will keep BAP on cart here, though, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, honestly, I think right now they're just trying to look for a pick with the Hanzo.
Yeah, it seems like TJ's doing a great job jumping on the back line while Tank overextends, just getting those supports and DPSs as low as he can, or just killing them.
Yeah, and they still do have Soj. It looks like TJ will have to invest Primal here. Using that to live, he does get slept, and it looks like he's still on the Ana in the back. And I mean, Jose is still looking for a pick as well. Reaper is low. They will find the pick on Sojourn. Horse is just walking into the team. She will go down. Realistically, Reaper might be next. He is low. He doesn't have that Wraith form. TJ gets slept, holding all the space.
Yep,
and Reaper does go down. TJ just has to play back here. With not having that Primal, he can't just hold them and spawn here, but...
And what does Primal do for the...
It resets... It basically gives him another life to play with.
So it just resets his health to 100
They
almost.
do invest the tire, and Horse goes down, and that will be full cap for Doane Orange. Very well done by Doane. Yeah.
TJ did a great job. I was just looking at TJ the entire time. He was jumping on their back line as much as he could, just... rushing the supports and DPSs. He's just not caring what the tank was doing. He was just full sending it.
TJ's playing a lot faster this game, so it looks like it should be a lot better off for Doane. And
how do you think they're gonna defend this?
If I had to guess, they're probably gonna walk out either Reinhardt or Sigma here. TJ really does like the Sig. He probably will end up walking out Sig here. And then you asked a question earlier about Primal, and so Primal, what it does is Winston. There's lore to it, but I'm not gonna explain that. So basically, Winston he loses his Tesla cannon, which is his gun, and he instead has his hands that he uses, and he like swings at people, and he has a lot of knockback to it, and it resets his health to 100, and he actually goes up to like 1,000, like 120. Yeah, or it's like 1,200 something.
It's insane.
Interesting comp from Doane Orange, running out on the Ramatra and the Lifeweaver. I'm intrigued to see how this goes. TJ is by no means am I surprised to see this comp, but I'm intrigued to see how the Lifeweaver is going to play into this comp.
Yeah, how would this comp work against what Southwest has with Horse and...
I think the thing is TJ's going to look for just some... he's just looking for more damage and more sustain than Sig can provide, so he does go the Ram here, still having that poke potential.
Okay.
But having that Widow does provide a lot of threats to Doane Orange because she has so much one-pick potential.
Yeah, Widow's insane. I saw the highlights of Sam running Widow before, and I think it was... Yeah, he was running Widow like a couple weeks ago in one of the matches.
Yeah. And, I mean, so we'll just see how they play around this. Lamp doesn't get invested early. That's not a great thing to see, but as long as Allen didn't die, that's all that really matters. Although a lot of Southwest is low. Ana invests the nades to keep the team up. And it looks like it's just a pretty slow fight right now. I mean, TJ goes into Nem. They do find a pick on Chance. And they do just have to kind of play slow here. Being down a DPS provides... Oh, and down goes Allen. Not having that BAP is a very big loss there, but they do... Widow does go down. They are even on a DPS, and I think Soj got pulled. Lifeweaver looks like he's going to go next. And he's still alive for the time being. Having a lot of his escape utility. It looks like TJ might be able to build this Annihilation before he dies here, and he might invest it early. He does invest it for that armor refresh, and he's just going to hold block here and try to live. Oh, both supports going down. I don't think they're going to be able to sustain that. Nano's invested from Southwest, and they do win that point. Jose is still alive, and he just gets staggered out, unfortunately.
That's the caster curse right there. No, it seemed like, though they might have just got picked off one by one a little bit too quickly for them to hold on to it.
Yeah, and I mean, TJ does switch to the D.Va here, so probably going to look to dive on this Widow a lot, just not give her a lot of value. that and the Ana. They do switch off of the Widow to the Soj. Good choice, I would say. And then also picking that D.Va for the Reaper pick. Reaper plays really well into Winston, so D.Va just prevents a lot of that forward coming damage from Reaper. Tyre and Tree are online from Doane. Coming up on a overclock as well. But for Southwest, they have Terra, Juno, Orbital, and they are coming up on a Blossom. So we will see how this one plays out, as we have Chance just sitting up on high, just spamming it out. He probably will invest Tyre sometime soon. Reaper going on the flank, trying to... Yep, he does put a lot of pressure onto Lifeweaver. Lifeweaver goes down. Does go low health, but has Wraith form to live. And, I mean, right now they're just pushing the... Southwest is just pushing the cart with not much to contest them.
They're pushing it pretty quick.
They do invest the Blossom. Chance goes down. Allen goes down. It is just going to be TJ here. Probably not... No, he's not going to die on cart. I mean, yeah, that just came down to they didn't contest him.
Yeah, that was really tough.
So that was a very well played by Southwest. 4 ults are on... Or 3 ults are online for Doane Orange here. Coming up on D.Va Bomb as well. We'll see how TJ decides to use that. I think right now they just have to play slow and hope that they can find some picks early. And I mean, still like almost 4 ults online here for Southwest, and hope they probably will invest a ult here to win the fight if that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, it seemed like on that last rotation that Doane Orange were kind of just sitting in the buildings and weren't able to get any picks off. Like maybe would have been better.
Yeah,
for
and
them.
BAP and Lifeweaver both go down. The Window's invested, and the Orbital Ray is invested as well. Tree was also invested. I didn't even notice that. They might be able to find a pick on Soj. Soj will get out before that can happen, though.
Yeah, TJ's really low right now.
Yeah,
he needs to get back
I
to
mean,
his
he
supports.
does have to get back. Although Jose does find a pick onto Juno, but he does get traded out. If I'm Jose, I'm not mad about that pick at all. They lose the Sojourn as well. Still being low health, TJ will need some care here. Allen goes, Baptiste goes down. The Nano was invested. They probably might invest. They will probably invest Terra here. TJ's back to help his team. There's the Terra surge. She goes down before it goes off. And it looks like Doane Orange is just going to clean up this fight.
Yeah, that's a great recovery from them. You know, TJ helping pick off the supports after Jose gets, the Juno down. And then the DPSs went down. Then Tank couldn't get their ult up to kind of help.
And False Savior is matching the D.Va here. Southwest has 2 ults, having both DPS ults here. They have a lot of pressure, but so does Doane Orange. They have 3 ults here, D.Va Bomb being one of them, and Tyre. So if it comes down to it, Chance might invest that Tyre just to get D.Va really low.
Yeah, I think
or just to find a pick on the support. He does match the dive from D.Va. And D.Va getting dangerously low for Southwest, but so does TJ. Lamp goes out, and he does invest the bomb. The bomb will find a pick onto Sojourn, and let's see, will they clean it up? D.Va is out of mech, so she is very killable right now. They just need to find that pick onto her so she doesn't remech. They switched off the Soj to the Tracer, and it looks like D.Va will get mech back here. No, she won't. Very close.
That's very good by TJ.
Only 1 ult invested there, and they're coming up back on 3. And Southwest is only going to have 2 here.
I think it's very smart for them to try and get these early picks and hold them off as long as possible. To
with
keep
having
them
like 3 minutes on the bank, that's a very extreme. That's a lot of time.
They wasted an entire minute just picking off right there. It was really smart for them, and that bomb from TJ worked really well.
Yeah, finding that pick on the Sojourn was big.
Sojourn's a DPS, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, it looks like TJ might be able to build another ult here soon, and they do invest a tree just to sustain a bit. Maybe finding a pick on a Tracer. Tracer getting dangerously low, but she does invest recall. Juno does go out. Although D.Va's mech is looking dangerously low. She goes out and doesn't have bomb to remech herself. Tracer goes down. Baby D.Va goes down. Not having a tank right now, this is going to be a very hard fight to win for Southwest. But they will have 3 ults for this next fight coming up, and Doane will have 3 as well. And it looks like they might find the pick on Ana here. Okay, he will not be able to find that pick onto Ana, so Ana will get out.
Yeah, Doane's doing really good just holding Southwest back in this little area here.
TJ's just matching the dives from False Savior, and I mean, that's kind of how you should play these D.Va matchups. And I mean, it's just one of those games, it's a game of bait and switch.
Yeah.
Tracer does dive onto Jose. Tire goes out. Window goes out. Tire finds a pick onto Ana. Not having that nano is going to make a big difference here. They do not invest the bomb here either.
Their tank went down Southwest.
Yeah, and Chance does go down though. They are on cart. They're just gonna push, try to, and then it looks like Reaper will get out, maybe unless TJ can hunt him down. Juno goes down actually.
Hunting.
Juno, and then so does Reaper.
Yeah, TJ's just hunting the.
It looks like Tracer will get out. Yeah, but Doane playing this very well. 4 ults online from Southwest, and it probably is going to come down to a fight where they have to invest them all to win.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they invested all of them. I'm a little bit surprised Southwest didn't try and switch up their play again.
Yeah, I mean, they're just kind of hoping that this works. And I mean, Doane is playing really well around it. TJ will invest the Diva Bomb, trying to look for a pick, and he finds it onto the Ana. Both supports are down. Although Reaper Blossom is invested, only finding 2. Diva Bomb also went out, and it will find 2 as well.
Yeah. That was really well played from Doane.
Southwest won't have an answer.
That was really well played from Doane. They were able to hold in this area right here. I was very surprised.
Yeah, I mean, having 3 minutes in your time bank on for a defense, it doesn't look good for you, but you can always win those fights, and I mean, that's what Doane did. They pulled out all the stops.
Especially after, the first couple points. It seemed like they were kind of not understanding what changes to make, and then TJ went Diva early, had some struggles with it, and then figured it out right there.
Yeah, very well done by Doane Orange.
It's a 1-1
score is 1-1 now. Honestly, very well done by Doane Orange. They really cleaned that one up.
Yeah,
I think a lot of that came out to like being able to find those early picks in those matches.
Especially when TJ went Diva, he found those early picks like really quick, and was able to help him get to tank pretty early on.
Yeah, and I mean, not Diva. TJ was just playing around this Diva really well. I mean, he was matching the dives. He was not allowing that Diva to find any any value out of diving his backline. Yeah,
it was really entertaining to watch as somebody who doesn't play Overwatch. It was entertaining to see him just moving from one player to the other.
Yeah. And I mean, at a higher basis of the game, it's normally most divas, what they'll do is they will trade your backlines. So, for this instance, it's Guardian and Crow is the backline for Doane. As long as TJ would find a pick onto Sphinx and Noir, he would have no problem with that.
Yeah, of course.
Because then it comes down to who's the better tank out of the two, and in most of these scenarios, TJ is way out of their league, as in He's Diamond 2 as of right now, and most of these tanks that he's playing are Plat Diamond.
Yeah.
Or Plat Gold to Diamond in that range. But
yeah, I know TJ's pretty high up there in the ranks.
Yeah. He boosts the average of Doane Orange a lot.
Oh yeah, so they're playing pretty tough opponents.
Yeah. And they are asking for swaps. I wonder if Doane is going to switch anything here. I think they might keep it. So we will see what goes on. Not going to look like there's any swaps from Southwest.
Is that just player swaps?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then next up will be a push map. I have no clue, but if I had to guess... Oh, they are going to take a bio break. All right, so probably up next from Doane is... Or not Doane, from Southwest is probably going to be... Oh, if I had to say, they're probably going to play either New Junk... That's Flashpoint.
You got it.
They're either going to play probably New Queen, or they might play East Bronca here.
Yeah.
And now they're back onto Qdoba. I mean...
That was the case, though.
What more can you expect from this team?
Honestly, Cordoba's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's overrated, personally.
You do?
Yeah.
Hey, to each their own. I think it's actually pretty good, the couple of times I had it.
Yeah.
It's not, too bad.
No, I think it's just, kind of like Chipotle, so. Not a big Chipotle guy either, so.
I've rarely had Chipotle.
That's a hot take right there.
Well, I've rarely had it because where I'm from, Cordoba's a little bit closer to, us.
No, I just mean,
Chipotle.
not liking Chipotle for me. That's a hot take.
Well, it's not that I didn't say I didn't like it. I just rarely had it.
I know, but I don't like it. I think it's overrated, yeah. That'd be a hot take. But I don't know. A lot of people do like Chipotle over Qdoba.
I think, it's all fast food.
I mean, yeah.
So it's
It is what it is, right?
Yeah, I mean it's quick food. I've never been inside of a Chipotle, so I don't know what their ordering is like.
In my opinion, you're not missing out on much.
Well, hey, I don't, I won't ever drive to like Lincoln, so I'm good. I ain't trying to drive in a bigger town like that. I don't trust drivers or a big city.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just kind of Lincoln, so
Yeah, it scares me.
looking like we're doing some stretching. A lot of
Do a flip.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right?
Nah, for real.
So yeah, I mean, just I'm intrigued to see what Southwest has to respond to what Doane did just now. So, both teams, or no, Doane Orange is undefeated right now, and Southwest, I believe, is 0-3. But by no means is this Southwest team bad.
No, just looking at them play, they're really good.
Yeah. They've also taken 2 maps off of like the 1 seed in the league, but so
Yeah, they have a lot of tough opponents, I'm assuming.
yeah, I mean, this team is nothing to shy away at.
Yeah, I think their tank is definitely like one of their best players.
I mean, yeah, by actual rank, he's not they are not at the highest of them, but they
Really?
definitely do shine a lot.
Yeah, their tank like seems really just competent.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could find that in my comp games.
Well, that's how all comp games are.
Yeah.
You'll never find that.
Yeah, you can never find the people who are good when you need them.
Actually, sometimes in Rocket League, it does happen. It's rare. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, every time I hear you play comp, you're just like, I'm just playing the gaps.
That's all I ever do.
Yeah, you just fill in the gap of what the other people do. Like, if your 2 teammates are being real aggressive.
I mean, that's what you should do if you're like solo queuing. But like with an actual team, especially with like people a little bit lower ranked than you, it's a little bit harder.
Yeah. And they are starting the bans, and Doane does ban Runasapi, which I'm a little intrigued by. Horse doesn't fit too well onto the Runasapi map, so I don't think Runasapi would have been a bad pick for them. Excuse me.
So what comes after this is push, right?
Yes. So, next up will be Flashpoint.
Flash. Okay.
Flashpoint will, there's only 2 maps for Flashpoint, so. And they will pick Coliseo. Coliseo does really favor Horse.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be an interesting matchup. They will have a switch from Southwest, it looks like.
How do you think Dunn will play with this horse, favored map?
Oh, that's a very interesting swap. They're having Noir, one of their support players, switch over to the DPS. I'm a little intrigued. So we'll see how this goes. Juicy Killer is coming in for Southwest. I'm doing a little investigating as we go.
I see.
Interesting. Okay. He does play a lot of comp. Not surprised at all. Oh. That makes sense. One of their players was getting pulled.
For their varsity team. Yeah. Okay. Now we'll kind of see how Southwest is going to play this. Will it still play horse? Or
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised with how well False Savior plays horse.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that just put a real blow into
Their game plan.
Southwest's game plan. Yeah, I mean, Rec is pretty solid, so being down that DPS is going to be interesting, but should be okay as long as Southwest just continues to play solid.
How do you think Dunn will, comp this this horse favored map?
Honestly, I don't know.
How,
I think a lot of it's going to come that I think TJ is going to rock the Diva.
and then just play like they did last map. Just
yeah,
go for picks.
I mean, it's just going to be a lot of just making sure that he's doing his job, holding space, finding picks. But I could entirely be wrong as well. So, that's the thing about Overwatch is that you can run just about anything on any map. And I mean, you will come into problems where there are certain maps that do favor certain comps, but it's just one of these games that you can really you have a lot of choice.
That's Rocket League. Just it's the same map.
Yeah, and TJ will be playing the Diva.
Yeah.
Um,
Guardian's playing Mercy.
interesting. I assume they're just gonna damage boost their DPS here. I mean, Chance and Jose both finding really a lot of value last game, even without the Mercy pocket.
Yeah.
So,
And there's a horse that we both expected.
yeah.
I mean, no doubt about it. They play horse really well.
Yeah. I mean, I think personally, if I had to duel this tank, he would probably beat me. And I'm by rank, I am higher ranked than he is, but I think he would still beat me because I don't like tank anyways. But that's besides the point.
Excuses.
Spear does go out early. So we'll see what goes on from here.
TJ
Fortify
dives
is
onto the
invested,
tank.
and they do find a pick onto Noir, the Ashe player this time. Being down to DPS, it looks
their
like
tank's
False
down.
Savior will go next.
Yeah.
And it looks like there goes Ana, and I think Chance is going to find that pick onto Soch. No, he will not. She
quite.
will get out.
That was very interesting how TJ locked onto the tank first.
Yeah, very
straight onto the
strong
tank.
fight. Just very strong engage. They will switch over to Brig Juno. That was the meta support line as of last patch, but I'm not sure how the meta has changed, actually. They will switch over to Zar instead of Horse. Not really surprising. Zar plays a lot better into to Diva. Soj is down, though, for Southwest, so they are down to DPS right now. So now it's just up to Southwest to play solid until their DPS comes back. TJ gets dangerously low here, but he will fall back just to get some heals and then go back in on that re-engage, and Chance will go down pretty early. Ben, or Guardian, might be going for the res. He does go for the res, and they do get that res off.
Their tank's getting
really
pretty
big
low.
play.
Supposed to is.
Yes, and
And
they do
TJ's
burn it through
dropping.
the Zarya.
And TJ's going to lose his
TJ
mech.
will drop bomb, and it looks like Juno will go down to it. Juno did not have any utility to get out there. And
Tank
Jose
went down as
finding
well.
pick onto Sojourn. TJ's going to dive this Ashe. Just try to get her out of the equation, and Brig will pay the price for it, actually. And he will find the Ashe, too.
Yeah, TJ's playing really aggressive right here,
Yeah,
especially
and
with
I
that
mean-
bomb play. It took out about 2 of their players, I believe.
It got one, but yeah, it's a very good zoning ult.
Their tank went down quickly after
Yeah.
the bomb went off, too.
That was before, but
Well,
it's irrelevant.
you know, it's within the
It's perspective. It's
within the
perspective.
5 seconds.
Echo goes down pretty early, and they will find a pick onto False Savior again. Rally gets invested from Southwest. So does Juno Orbital, and
Wow.
both of them will go out.
Doane's playing really aggressively.
Yeah,
really
that tire
quick.
was very well invested. And I don't think it doesn't look like they're gonna have much of a touch here from Southwest.
No, they got their tank.
Krav does get invested, and so does Dragon. Dragon will find the Zarya. They do switch speed to just try to touch, and it
Wow.
just doesn't look like it'll end how they want it to.
That was fast.
Bob does get invested. Bob is being used to contest right now.
Hey,
They will just try to burn him here, and that's gonna end that map.
That was so fast.
Yeah,
It was 2 minutes.
that was a very quick game.
Yeah, and Doane played it really well.
Yeah. I mean, overall, that was just very well played by Doane. Just really like investing those ults quickly and when they were
Yeah.
necessary, and also all these early picks they were finding. Chance will find another play of the game.
Is this DPS?
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
And his tire, one of his not ults, but
That is his ult. Yeah.
is it his
Yeah.
ult? Okay. I'm assuming it's just a tire that just gets thrown.
Yeah. He basically pulls like a fuse on it, and it has like 10 seconds, and it does 600 damage.
Jeez.
Yeah, a lot of high damage ult. Can find picks, but it's also it only has 100 health, so it
Yeah.
can be destroyed.
Yeah. And I'm assuming does Blossom and Tree work kind of the same way?
Not necessarily. So with Tree, it's just kind of an ult you place down and it heals, and then Blossom is Reaper, and he just spins in a circle, shooting his shotguns.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can understand a little bit more what's going on. So next map is Flashpoint, correct?
Yes, and this could be last map.
Yeah, it's 2-1 for Doane right now.
It is 2-1, so we'll see. Although it is Southwest's choice for map, so
Yes.
we will see what they pick.
What 2 maps are there for Flash?
It's Suravasa in New Junk City, and honestly, if I had to guess, they will probably end up going New Junk.
Does that favor Horse a little bit better?
it just tends to be. I think it's more of the favorable map for both teams. If I had to be honest, it's just not many people like Servasa, or at least I don't. So I consider it most people,
I mean,
but we'll see.
yeah, you are most people.
Exactly, right? I speak for everybody.
Yeah.
Only in Overwatch though.
Only in Overwatch.
Yeah.
What if Doane just pulled a big brain play and just banned it?
You actually don't get a ban
Yeah,
for this one.
that's understandable.
You should be able to ban. You should be able to force them to play a map that they don't want to play.
I mean, yeah, but only 2 maps is kind of,
Yeah.
you know, not the best.
Yeah. But you know what? It's better than Clash, so.
I definitely know what that means.
Clash is another game mode that not a lot of people like either, so.
That's fair.
But, as of right now, we're just waiting on for the map pick, so.
Oh, goodness. I imagine they just picked the other map.
If they do pick Servasa, I probably wouldn't be surprised, but.
Honestly, that'd be like just a huge move. Just understand that your opponents don't like the other map, so you only work on that map.
Yeah.
Does that happen often in Overwatch, or no? You guys just don't?
No. I mean, I guess if you really wanted to, you could like find a scrim like the day before or the day of, and really just work on maps that you don't see them play a lot, and ban the maps that they do play. But good teams are going to be teams that can work on just about any map.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like even on like a map that they wanted, you can still win. Like as you saw, Southwest picked Coliseum because it's probably a map that they have more practice on, and Doane rolled through them.
Yeah,
But,
that was.
Um,
Seemed like Doane that last map played it a little bit differently. Seemed like TJ at first would go on to tank, have a tank on tank, and then try and pick back after that.
Unless I missed something, I don't think there was much of a choice for Flashpoint.
New junk, yeah.
I guess they probably had to establish that they picked Flashpoint,
Yeah.
and then it's probably I don't know if Winners picks that one.
How does Flashpoint work?
Flashpoint is King of the Hill but faster paced.
'Kay.
So instead of 3 maps, there is one bigger map with 5 objectives,
Okay.
and it's first to 3.
Okay.
So it's basically a best 3 out of 5.
Okay.
And I was not surprised when they picked New Junk.
What? No.
Yeah, I mean, can't expect much more. New Junk is just the better map, gonna be honest.
I mean, that's fair.
If you ever shoutcast this again, you'll probably see Servasa at one point or the other.
Maybe.
But-
if Aaron allows me.
Yeah.
I'll probably watch it back and be like, this guy sucks.
Yeah. I don't know. Who knows?
Who
I haven't
knows?
hazed you enough during this stream.
Shh.
Oh, wait, who said
You
that?
can't say that.
We didn't say that. We don't haze people.
No, never.
For legal reasons, that is a joke. I would never haze Todd.
Never.
He's just the best plat player I know.
I mean, you're also a younger classman. Underclassman, that's what it's called. My brain wasn't working.
Yeah, that is what that's called, huh?
Brain not work. I play Rocket League, man.
Yeah. And
But-
I mean, as an Overwatch player, I have to give people crap.
Playing Rocket League and being a graphics major do not mix well.
No?
No. It is brain deterioration.
You just see all the problems with the game, huh?
It is just brain deterioration. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You have
That's
Rocket
what playing Overwatch is, honestly.
You have Rocket League that deteriorates your brain, and you have graphics which it genuinely just deteriorates your brain with how much you have to do.
Yeah.
Oh goodness me.
Yeah, I
I'm cooked.
mean, I don't know. Overwatch has been getting a lot better recently. It definitely there's still like a very strong player
Oh, there's
base.
just time on it. That's sick. I didn't know that.
It does. There is a very strong player base who does not like Overwatch still, but I think they've been on the up recently. They've been doing a lot better.
Rocket League's been working on some stuff. Yeah, they have some overpriced things in the shop. Epic.
What? Who said that?
What? But no, apparently, allegedly, they're attempting to bring back some trading, which is great.
That's really good. I think that's something that like the Overwatch community wants to see is like a trade center.
See, we used to be able to trade anything with players that weren't like bought in the shop, and then they just randomly removed it because they put racing into Fortnite, and that made like the entire community upset. It was almost a year ago.
That's crazy. Fortnite like racing went into
Rocket Racing went into Fortnite.
a year ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That makes me feel old.
December 5th, I believe, or 15th, is when they removed trading. It was a sad day.
Side note of what's going on. Fort Festival, that's where it's at actually.
Or,
Fortnite Festival, dude, that's
honestly, anytime I
it's
used
tough.
to get on like recently, it was that.
yeah, dude, that's what's up.
Can't name songs because of copyright, but vibes.
Yeah, exactly. True vibes.
True vibes.
Let's see what Doane Orange runs out here and what Southwest.
Reinhardt.
Not surprised. So last time they played New Junk City, which was earlier this week, actually, Alan and Ben or the two, Guardian and Crow, actually did a swap halfway through the game where they switched which support they were playing.
Really?
Yeah, it totally threw me off guard. And then like I gave credit to Guardian for something that Alan was doing and vice versa. And I'm like, oh, okay.
All right, who is Noir playing? I can't think of the
Noir
name.
is playing May.
That's okay. I couldn't think of the name.
May will actually make TJ's life a lot harder, but we'll see how this gets played out. I was actually looking at the wrong side, so don't mind me.
Smart.
Wall does go out early. TJ doesn't have LOS from his supports, but Sim goes low. Sim goes down to Alan or Crow, because not everybody knows names. It's looking. TJ's playing awfully aggressive here, just trying to find picks onto people. Juno gets low. Will not get found for a pick. They do invest Lamp. May goes down. Juno and Moira both go down.
And their tank's down too.
Zarya, and they will cap point early.
Yeah, that's.
One of the reasons why I know TJ likes to play Reinhardt a lot is that he builds his ult very quickly. Already at 80% for his ultimate is not a surprise.
Yeah, I think it's crazy he was still going for quick picks with Reinhardt, who, if I'm correct, doesn't move as fast as Winston and Diva.
Yes, he is much slower. And Chance just said his favorite line, which is beep beep, boom boom.
Beep beep, boom boom.
It looks like Southwest will switch over to the horse here, and they are gonna match. They are rotating down, and they do get found out. And Doane Orange was gonna match at the bottom, but they do find them before they rotate all the way down. So that worked out very nicely. Otherwise, they were playing into a high ground look.
Wall again for May.
Wall goes out. Ooh, Jose got dangerously low. Being at 25 health is very scary. I think DJ's gonna shatter pretty early here. I thought he was gonna shatter. They do find the pick onto Reaper.
He might shatter.
There's the shatter.
There it is.
Yep, and he will find Moira, May, and there goes Juno, and
there goes Horse. Yep.
So that will be a cap point for Doane Orange. Excuse me.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
That was very well done. But now Southwest does have ult online, so these fights just got harder, and we don't see where the new flashpoint is. So I'm
Doane almost has 4 ults though.
Yes, that is true, and
TJ will probably build this pretty quick with how he plays Reinhardt.
Yeah, he plays a very aggressive style. It looks like they're not. They have a very interesting play going on. Chance did this on Wednesday as well, where he sat in this little corner down here and just and then popped tire and invested on the tank. It was very. I kind of saw it coming, but the enemy team did not.
Did it work really well?
Yes. It allowed them to kill the enemy Mauga, or defeat the enemy Mauga. Anyways,
looks like Chance.
It's
looking.
Low. Yeah, they will lose Chance early on. Otherwise, they invested Nano onto Baptiste. Orbital Ray goes out from Juno from Southwest. Horse does get slept, and they will find the pick onto
Horse goes down.
But TJ not having supports right now will have to play kind of safe, and he will go down, and Jose will follow. Only investing 1 ult for that cap is very good for Southwest.
Yeah, they still got 4 about.
Yeah, having 4 ults on the board here, and it looks like Doane Orange is going to switch some things up, see if they can get a new idea going on here. So they will switch over to the Juno and to the Sojourn over the Ana and the
Yeah, TJ also switched.
TJ did switch over to the Sigma, trying to match that poke set. So they do invest window early. They do find a pick on Horse.
Wow.
Realistically, this probably will be a 1 fight for Doane Orange, but who knows? Last time this happened, they will find May. And TJ's looking for Juno, it looks like, and
they get point.
They do flip the point. It looks like Moira will go, and the question is, will they be able to find these last 2 picks? And they will not be able to. So they will just go set up main. Lamp does get invested a little bit preemptively.
What does Lamp do?
It's called Immortality Field. We call it Lamp as it provides a little area of safety, and you cannot die in there.
Okay.
They do invest the tire finding horse, so
Chance is insane with the tire.
Yeah. He's kind of a chef.
Or creeper, I'm sorry.
Yeah. He's a chef sometimes.
I think that's his second.
That is his second pick on the
with tire.
Oh, and
wow.
he does get picked off by Reaper in the Blossom.
Well, DPS is going down on both sides.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
But they will find the pick onto not only. It looks like Alan might go down here.
Oh,
Alan will get saved by TJ. But will he be able to live long enough? It looks like he will be okay. He will. Will he? He will not live there, and neither will Guardian. Moira goes down after she invested Coalescence, and Horse is dangerously low here, but Blizzard gets invested, and TJ got speared into Blizzard. That was very well done.
Does Blizzard freeze, I'm assuming?
Yes, it
is
does.
It similar to
yeah,
Sleep?
and it makes it it's pretty much a stud lock.
And getting speared into it is not.
No, not what you want to see. That might end up in a cap point for Southwest.
Yeah, it's pretty close. See if we can get Doane to get
a touch
off.
I don't know if they'll have touch here. They might not touch.
Especially with the Reaper holding right there.
It looks like Alan will
just
touch.
goes for the touch.
Or Crow will touch. Bap goes down.
Jose goes down.
And
that's just
gonna salute. Finish that one off. So, good hold by Southwest. They're still kicking. Horse will have a different spawn from the rest of their team. So. But next setup will be in one of 2 places, and I think I know based off of where Chance is going. I do know which one.
I was gonna say it probably shows on the.
This is Wasteland. We're gonna go a pretty broad view. Typically, a fight in this point will happen in this little corridor over here, and as it looks like, that is what Doane is setting up for.
Yeah.
So. Setting a trap there. Maybe you're going to find Will. And he will.
Does.
It does find the Orisa. She does have to invest a Fortify to sustain herself. She does get dangerously low. They do invest Orbital Ray. He is eating a lot of that damage, just trying to get some overhealth going. She gets trapped again, investing Spin. They do find a rock on a Moira. Moira getting low, having to invest Fade, her safety option. Ooh, that's not
Creeper
looking good.
with the
And that was a big tire.
Yeah.
Horse did invest the Terra Surge. TJ being dangerously low though.
Their Juno and their Horse is also low.
The support?
Horse got slept.
He will, and that's
Horse down. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean already at 50% for Doane Orange.
Yeah.
And they have 3 ults on the board here.
And seeing their Horse go down and their Juno go really low with it.
Yeah. They do switch over to the Zarya here, which not surprised. It is kind of just a lot of. They do seem to be swapping quite a bit. They do have the Blossom for this fight, and they might be able to build a Coalescence. But we'll see. Like I said, Doane Orange does have 3 ults online. They do invest the window early, trying to find a pick, and it looks Zar gets extremely low and will go down. They do have touch.
Really fast too.
They do invest the Blossom. Bap goes down. And it's just going to be Juno here.
Yep.
And Juno will go next.
Juno was just trying to play touch.
Yeah. Very well done by Doane. Only investing 2 ults there.
We'll see if
Last point will favor for Doane
one.
Orange, as it is just right behind them.
Wow.
That worked out very nicely for them. And we'll see what Southwest is going to do to hopefully get some momentum in their favor.
You think the Doane DPSs are going to hold high ground a little bit here?
They definitely will. I know Chance is definitely going to hold. They might have Jose on point just so when it opens, he has cap early.
Yeah.
Just try to get as much percentage as they can. They actually are not following the typical route for this map, but they will contest from the opposite high ground.
TJ has his ult.
They do have Flux online, and TJ does see the Juno over on the left side with the Reaper and the Moira now. Chance goes Junkrat goes low. Lamp is invested from Allen, or Crow. And TJ will go down. Don't think he found any value out of that flex, but having Tire and almost Overclock online here, nobody's out of this match yet.
Yeah, no, yeah. Southwest has 3 ults building up here.
Yeah. They do have the Coalescence if they do decide to invest that. They are getting lit up a bit though. Sojourn actually got some buffs recently, so building her ult has become a lot easier. They do have to invest Fade from Moira. Ooh, that orbital ray just saved their Reaper's life. They do invest Overclock and Coalesce. So orbital ray and Coalescence came out from Southwest, and then Sojourn invested Overclock. Zarya is going
really
very low.
Yeah.
Hard just going really just walking on that Zarya. Blizzard will
TJ
get
might go down
invested.
here.
TJ will get out before he gets frozen. And he will go down for it though.
Yeah. Looks like this might have to go to a 5th.
Yeah, this will go to the final flashpoint. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, Doane does not have a touch here, but they do have 4 ults. And if they play this properly, they just have to hold their ults for
flash,
just
the next flash,
space out the ults right, and they will have a fairly easy cap for this one. So
yeah, I think that's smart from Doane, just knowing that they're not going to be able to get a touch, just going to the next flashpoint.
yeah, and to be fair though, Southwest does have 2 ults, and Reaper, Blossom, and Grab is a very potent mix. They are mixed. But we will see if they decide to invest them together. They probably will not, but we will see. Although for Doane having the Tire, Flux, the Orbital Ray, and the Window here, I think it's just going to be kind of... They're going to try to take a slower fight over a very fast fight here.
Yeah.
But we will see. Southwest is going to go up to the right. And they do invest the Orbital Ray very early. Wall goes out from Noir. Grav is invested. And the Blossom is invested as well. Finding 3.
Their tank goes down. TJ might go down here, though.
This is actually a lost fight for Doane.
Yeah.
Only investing the Orbital Ray, though, so not too big of a loss. But Jose is just going to die on point, just get as much percentage as he possibly can. And getting up to 45, not bad.
Doane's able to come back with 4 ults.
Or actually, it'd be 47. Flashpoint's silly.
Yeah, Doane's got 4 ults in the bank right now.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, this is not something you're upset about at all if you're Doane. You just can't get picked early here.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think they're probably going to invest an early ult here. Hopefully find a pick on that Juno, who's almost has their Orbital Ray. And Moira does go down. Chance goes down as well. They do invest that Orbital Ray from Southwest. Flux does get invested, finds the Juno, but he cannot confirm the kill onto Juno. Bap invests the Emor, going very low, has to invest left shift. They do go Juno. They do lose Juno. Blizzard is invested from...
Well.
Oh, Blizzard being invested there from Southwest might change the tide of this game. And Zarya getting very low, but then they do have Juno here. This is still very winnable for Doane and for Southwest. Moira is back though to sustain that Zarya. Ooh, Mei gets rocked. She goes down. They might have to. I think they have to invest another ult here if they want to win this fight. Southwest invests the Coalescence. TJ going low. They do invest Orbital Ray and Overclock. Finding Moira with the Overclock. They have to find this Zarya soon. Zarya will go down next. The Window is invested as well. That might cost them.
Yeah, that's very well played from Doane. Keeping poised.
That Window, I think, was a little bit of an overinvestment. But still very winnable from both teams. Having Grav and almost another Blossom. Only having the Flux for Doane. So we will see how this one goes. But they do have another touch from Southwest. There's the Juno speedring is going to help them a lot. Moira does invest Fade quite early. They do need to find a pick onto a support here if they want to have a really good chance. Flux is invested. Mei goes up, and Moira. Moira will go down very early. And it looks like there's not a lot of... and there goes Mei.
Reaper
Lamp
down
is
too.
invested. Reaper goes down next. Tank goes down.
And their Juno might be next.
It looks like Doane will have this one.
Yep.
And they won't have touch. Very well done by Doane.
Very well done. That's 3-1.
Yeah, and that will conclude this this game of Southwest Southwest, Oklahoma State University, and Doane.
Very well done from both teams. Very well.
TJ getting play on Reinhardt.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. TJ plays the aggressive Reinhardt. Like.
Yeah, that was a big slam.
Yeah.
Very much enjoyed that.
And the pin. Oh wow.
Yeah. Very well done by both teams, nonetheless. But we will be back in just a moment for a quick interview.
Who am I getting?
Actually, we're gonna grab Ben.
Ben.
I will be back with we will be back with Ben in just a moment. So. I mean, overall from Doane, a very impressive performance. Really strong. They had their ups and downs, but really well done. I think overall, what that one came down to was they had a little more. There's a lot of coordination from both teams, either way, and here comes the interview for today.
All right.
You can throw that on, sir.
Perfect. Do I need to move the mic?
Yes.
All right.
All right. And who am I here with?
Ben, Guardian, support and DPS.
All right. So, Ben, after that first match, how are you guys feeling? Going down, losing that first map, it had to be like, you guys had to be stressing out.
Dude, it was spooky. Like, I think every single one of us in the background were just stressing. Because we got picked really badly to a headshot character. Headshot characters are a situation that's just hard to avoid. And it threw our entire game off. But that second match, we just clicked better. I don't know.
Yeah. It looks like that first map, you guys had a lot of problems like dealing with their like false savior, their tank player. Like it was a lot of like I don't know if I would just say like miscoordination, but it was like she was finding a lot of value, and then over like those next couple of games, you slowly started like figuring out that hey, this tank player likes to like play with her team, but she also has her moments where she invests herself too much.
Exactly. TJ caught on to that really well at the end of Junkertown. That's how we started playing. The last game was focusing on countering that tank instead of trying to get their backline. Because we were trying to play for their backline for that first and second map, essentially. Especially when we ran the dive comp with Winston. We're just focusing down backline, and then they still live in tanks in our face.
And I must say, I was very intrigued by the Lifeweaver pick on Pariso. Can you talk me through why?
Why? So, I usually Lifeweaver on Pariso too. I feel like the corners on it are a great place for the tree, just because it can hold a wider range of the point, or especially while they're on that push. I don't think it came clutch in a nice spot, but as Lifeweaver, I can also just flicker around and give heals without needing to keep my attention there, allowing me to see what the situation is changing.
Okay. Overall, very nicely done today.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your win. And
Spooky one.
yeah, I mean, both teams, you guys played both extremely well. You guys and Southwest. There was a couple of moments we had our doubts. I had to be real. Like they were playing very well.
They were.
And I think they had to be boomed after they lost Rec, one of their DPS players.
Yeah, that was definitely a fall for them. We were worried if that Rec was gonna stay in, cause I mean he can land a headshot like no other.
Yeah, he was finding a lot of value on you guys. But still, nonetheless, very well done today.
Thank you.
I think you guys show a lot of promise every day that I watch you guys. So, I'm very intrigued to see where you guys will go next. Do you guys know who you play next week?
I do not.
That is okay. I mean, they'll just have to tune in next time to find out who they play next week. So, anyways, that will conclude our interview. Thank you for coming and talking with me.
Of course, man.
So, overall, very good game. Doane winning that one 3-1. So Doane does go up 4-0 now. So, overall, good game from both matches, from both teams, as I've said, and good luck to Southwest Oklahoma State in their next match. So, other than that, the stream will probably fade away here in a little bit, but have a great rest of your night, guys.